Now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returnable. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. Well, Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their drive, complete over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A gain of 11.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They run. This is Cohen. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. They go play action. Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And that might be Titan football. It is.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. From the gun, Coyle. And that's caught by Smith. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. His first.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Yeah, it's a 4-yard loss. Really sets him back now for 2nd down.
70, Indy. 51,
to throw on 2nd down. Coyle. And that is incomplete. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Coyle. And he comes back with one complete. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On 4th down, Coyle. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Tackle was made by Joel Iyiegbuniwe.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Coyle. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Eric Ebron, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I feel like I'm back in school. What was that book, you know? It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. This has been a tale of two quarters so far. They trailed 14-0 after one. How about the rally we've been watching?
Yeah, a couple of touchdowns. P.A.'s here to tie it up. This is a good ball game all of a sudden. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a Tennessee score. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum down.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Trubisky. Out left to Shaheen. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here. 11 yards there, first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now Trubisky to throw, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang.
Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it's a second down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. Connecting with Burton here over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. This one out left to the tight end, Burton. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. A give right side now to Hunt, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Good work, let's go. Let's go.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Hey.
On first down, Hunt. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd down. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
45. Mike, 45. I got you. 45 to Mike. 5.
From the gun, Coyle. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Khalil. In the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now it's Trubisky. To Gabriel, middle of the field. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Play action. Now Trubisky. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 45-yard line. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. First down, a run with Cohen. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Yeah, this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and we will remain tied here in this third quarter. Well, this is a guy who is already among an elite group of kickers that have hit from 60-plus in an NFL game, but that's a tough ask to try and get him to produce another one here.
You're exactly right. It's elite group for a reason, isn't it? No small feat for him to hit it from that distance. This one doesn't go through. I always marvel at those guys because it's the same approach every time, the same smoothness when they swing their leg. Doesn't look like they're putting anything extra even when they're kicking it for 60-plus.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Derek Kindred there to get a hand on that one. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple of weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
The quick slant, good for 8 and a first. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They run with Hunt. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Coyle. And Davis has it over the middle. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
On 3rd and 1, it seems natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield. But usually, he's not the primary runner. So for the defense, they're often keying on the running back because he's the guy who gets the ball more often, and the fullback is the blocker. When he ends up carrying the football, that's a heck of a tendency breaker.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Trubisky to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
30 base. Rock, rock, rock.
On third down, here's Hunt. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. Well, he can be a load to handle off the edge, and he can do it against the pass. Sure, he can do it against the run like he did there.
And you mentioned a load. How about having to adjust to his speed as well? Because not only does he bring some pop, he brings some dash as well. A nice play in that situation.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Go, go. Snap.
To throw on second down. Coyle over the middle, complete. That's Davis. And he gets it down to the 32. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough. Here's operating from the gun. Coyle. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. 2nd and 15. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up. No balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out that just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but just going why they said that. I have no idea.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Trubisky. That's complete to Robinson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Back to throw. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Taylor Gabriel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have retaken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
So now the Titans down by 4, 70 seconds remaining. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. He'll look to throw. And he connects with Ebron. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Coyle. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. 2 huge plays there down the stretch. The sack on 2nd down. Now they force the incompletion. That's going to lead to a do-or-die 4th down.
And they look like they've got the confidence right now that no matter what gets thrown against them, whatever play gets run, they have the ability to shut it down. They're just brimming with it right now.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson. Well, they were 2 for 3 on 4th down tries. Now they're unsuccessful. That brings them down to 50%.
But that's a percentage you have to feel pretty good about. You know, 2 for 4, 2 for 3 before that, but finally get stopped again. That's okay. That's the type of team that'll keep pressing. In this situation, they'll continue to go for it.